What's up, guys? So today is going to be a book haul video. I know we had one recently of just some decent books that I picked up at Barnes & Noble's. This is actually finally some of the books coming in from FairyLoot and OwlCrate. OwlCrate had a major sale over Thanksgiving where basically book sets were $10. So you're talking about like 2 books for $10. And then also an order that I had placed on FairyLoot for ages ago has finally arrived as well. So I thought it would be fun to unpack them together. It's reading time here at JBay's Corner. The first book that I ended up receiving was Once a Villain. This is the third and final book in the Only a Monster series, and I'm very excited to finally have the third and final book in the installment. I definitely feel like this is something that I'm going to pick up in January. I feel like it's been a while since I've picked up a fantasy, and from what I'm seeing, this is also a young adult series, so there's not too much spice. It's closed doors. So I'm very excited for this fantastical world and diving into this book in a story about a woman who has a family of villains and family of monsters that she's just trying to survive, and meanwhile there are heroes that are hunting her. I do think it'll be a fun series to complete, and I do think that the book itself is absolutely gorgeous. We have the end plates in this book, which are absolutely stunning. It is a beautiful metallic sheen print of the pink purplish color. Then here is the end plate inside of the book, and the back has a different one, which is also very much stunning. And then on the interior of this book, you also have the signature of the author, which is just so sweet. So definitely very much looking forward to reading this book. Now, I ended up picking up quite a few books. A couple of them are actually meant to be gifts, and so I thought I would start with those first. The first set that I ended up picking up was Our Deadly Designs and This Dark Descent, which is basically the story in a fantasy realm where there are horse breeders who need to race their horses in a very intense competition that gives them the ability or the potential possibility to basically increase their standing and their status based on how it goes. At least that's what I've basically understood about the series. I don't know too much about the series itself, but aren't these edges just absolutely stunning? I love how beautiful these books are. And I was thinking with this fantasy realm and fantasy vibe, this might be a fun series to hand over to my sister-in-law. The other set that I ended up picking up was Garden of the Cursed and Masquerade of the Heart. I actually had a couple of these that I sent to another friend of mine for the holiday season. This set I will actually be sending to one of my very close friends in Texas, and she and I have been friends since we were basically 5-year-olds. And this one also sounds really fun. This is basically a YA fantasy mystery duology by Katie Poole, and it's about a curse breaker named Marlo Briggs who basically has to pretend to be in love with a noble in the city in order to gain access to a society that is basically secret society and like elite, and that is going to give her the ability to find clues to figure out how her mother disappeared. From what I understand, this is also a very fun series filled with magic and beautiful balls and masquerades and things like that, and I just feel like it'll be such a fun series to sit down and curl up with. So I will be sending these 2 books to my friend in Texas and then I have these 2 beautiful books for my sister-in-law. I may mix and match these, a little unclear right now, but I was still super excited to pick up these gorgeous copies from OwlCrate. Now, given the fact that these are gifts, I'm not going to unwrap these any further, but just look how stunning these covers are. I mean, they're just absolutely beautiful, and I can't wait to see the looks on their faces when I send these books their way. The next book that I ended up picking up is Modern Divination by Isabel Agajanian. I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing that right, but let's just take a moment to appreciate how stunning this cover is. It is absolutely gorgeous. We have the beautiful painted edges, which is just absolutely stunning. And for those who were interested, this is basically where A Discovery of Witches meets Atlas 6 in this book, and it's basically going to be a dark contemporary fantasy, and it is the first book in a duology that's been planned, which is Spells for Life and Death duology. Let me read a little bit about this book for you. The color of magic was gold. 23-year-old witch Aurelia Schwartz has always had to carefully balance her human life with her secret magical one. With a place at an elite Cambridge University college, she almost has everything she could possibly want within her grasp, just so long as she follows the rules. Make no promises, tell no one what you are, and never stay the night. Except Aurelia's gift of green magic has begun to fade. Worse still, someone is hunting witches and stealing their powers. Reluctantly, Aurelia needs to ask for help of a fellow witch, a dreadfully arrogant classmate, Theodore Ingram. Together they seek refuge among his family in the remote corners of an already desolate town. But as she grows closer to Theodore, the power-hungry witch killer too draws nearer, and they threaten to destroy everything Aurelia holds dear. So this sounds really fascinating. I'm very excited to dig my teeth into this. I'm not 100% certain when this book came out, but I will see if I can find that out for you guys. But before we jump into that, let me show you how beautiful these covers are. So this is the alternative dust jacket for this book, which is just absolutely gorgeous. I love the crows in this as well, but I must be honest, I do prefer the original cover on the book that was sent. And this says on the back, I wake the body, the soul, the mind. So I am very excited about that. This book is also absolutely stunning with the gold filigree on here, and it basically says Aurelia, and then on the side we have the beautiful titling, and then of course on the back we always get a quote. Now on this one it says, true magic was born of blood and intention. Within the actual cover we have the beautiful end plate, which is just absolutely stunning, and then on the back side we also have a picture here, and it is absolutely stunning yet again. So I'm very much excited to jump into this book. And it also gets a little note from the author with this edition as well, which I'm super pumped over. And of course, as always, it has been physically signed by the author as well. Now, it looks like this book was released in 2025. So I'm guessing the new book will be coming out hopefully in another year or so. But we do have the beautiful signature right there. And I'm very excited to sink my teeth into this stunning copy. Upon a Starlit Tide by Kel Woods. Now this book I'm actually very excited for as well, because from my understanding, this is a fantasy retelling of classic Disney books, which are Disney movies, which is Cinderella, come Little Mermaid. And it is a standalone novel, which I'm super excited about. Let's just take a moment to appreciate how stunning this cover art is. And then here is the beautiful back of the book as well. And then the side of the book. It is absolutely gorgeous. Now within this book, we also have, of course, as always, the alternative dust jacket. So here is the alternative dust jacket here, which is also equally stunning in my humble opinion. Definitely giving very Little Mermaid vibes inside the cover. And then this book itself is also stunning. Look at that beautiful blue filigree of the ship. And then here is the stunning back. We have that continuity. And then here is our favorite kiss scene from the Little Mermaid original, of course. And then we have another scene of her in the water. And then we have the beautiful painted edges on this book. I'm going to bring this closer so you can actually see the tiny little details, because it is absolutely stunning. These edges are gorgeous. It does come with an inbuilt ribbon as well. And then we also have the letter typed from the author and the signature of the author as well, which is just so much fun and so cool. Now, this book is basically a retelling of, as I mentioned, Cinderella come Little Mermaid. And those are two of my favorite movies from when I was a child. And so when I saw this book exists, and the fact that it was $10, and the fact that it is a standalone novel, I had to get it. I'm sorry, guys. This chair is just driving me insane. Let me just adjust here. Perfect. Okay, so let's talk a little bit about what this book is about. Saint Malo, Brittany, 1758. For Lucinda Leon, the youngest daughter of one of St. Malo's wealthiest ship owners, the high walls of the city are more hindrance than heaven. While her sisters are interested in securing advantageous marriages, Luce dreams of escaping her elegant but stifling home and joining a ship's crew. Only Samuel, Luce's best friend and an English smuggler, understands her longing for the sea, secretly teaching her to sail whenever she can sneak away. For Luce, the stolen time on the water with Samuel is precious. One stormy morning, Luce's plans are blown off course when she rescues Morgan de Chatelaine, the youngest son of the most powerful ship owner in St. Malo, from the sea. Immediately drawn to his charm and sense of adventure, she longs to attend the glittering ball held in honor of his safe return and begins to contemplate a different kind of future for herself. But it is not only Luce's hopes at stake. The local fae are leaving Brittany and taking their magic with them. With the long-standing war with the English means, St. Malo is always at risk of attack. As Luce is plunged into a world of magic, brutality, and seduction, secrets that have long been lost in the shadowy depths of the ocean begin to rise to the surface. The truth of her own power is growing brighter and brighter, shining like a sea glass slipper or the scales of a sea maid's tail. So this sounds really interesting. It is considered under the genre of fantasy, historical fiction, romance, and I am so excited to sink my teeth into this book. It just sounds like it's going to be so much fun, and I love both Cinderella and Little Mermaid, so I feel like the little 5-year-old in me is also finding joy in this book. So I'll definitely keep you guys posted on how amazing or not amazing this book is as I get some time to sit with it. I probably won't get to it until the summertime just because of the vibes of the book, but I'm definitely very excited to pick it up and read it. Continuing with the summertime theme, another book that I ended up picking up was Total Dreamboat by Caitlin Doyle. This is also the beautiful copy that Owl Crate released, and it's just so gorgeous. I love the picture details of the little town and the little homes. Here are the beautiful floral painted edges, which are absolutely stunning. And then within the interior of the book, of course, as always, we get the alternative tusk jacket here, which is adorable. And then this is my favorite part. I love the printed cover. This is just so cute and so stunning. I love the little moments from the book that are captured on the actual book cover as well. And then within the book, we also have some beautiful end plates of this holiday vibes town that we're seeing within this book. And then, of course, as always, we did get the signed note from the author, as well as the physical signature from the author herself. So very much looking forward to Total Dreamboat as well. So let's read what this book is about together, just so that we can all melt into paradise together. So, from the beloved author of Just Some Stupid Love Story, an irresistible rom-com about what happens when a cruise ship romance goes overboard. Hope Lanover needs a vacation. Her relationship has imploded, her creative ambitions have flatlined, and she can't seem to locate the badass girl she used to be. So when her best friend invites her on a luxury cruise, she goes along with it, despite decidedly not being a cruise person. Felix Segrave, a sober, determinedly single, workaholic chef, hates leaving his restaurant and routine. But when his family surprises him with cruise tickets, he can't say no. He has disappointed them too many times in his troubled past. Hope and Felix are prepared to grin and bear it until they lock eyes at check-in. Suddenly, 10 days in the Caribbean doesn't seem so bad if it means a fling with a sexy stranger. But when their romantic demons catch up to them and a huge fight leaves them stranded in paradise, they must work together, not to mention share a bed, to make their way home. Can they navigate the stormy seas of love, or will they face a romantic shipwreck? So this one should be fun. I think it's just going to be hilarity all around, and I do think that it's going to be great for the summertime. Very excited to pick up both of these books around that time frame, especially because this year there probably won't be any kind of travel coming up anytime soon, which means if I'm going to be grounded at home, I might as well flitter away to the sea and enjoy the ocean breeze through the confines of my home in a wonderful book. Okay, guys, and then the final book here is actually going to be added on to the TBR list for December, and that is The Nightmare Before Christmas. Look how cute this book is. I'm so excited to pick this book up and read it this Christmas season. This is by Sarah Roche, and it is an absolutely stunning copy of this book. Like, Owl Crate really outdid themselves. And on the back of this, it says, That's what happiness is at the root, a foundation. So I'm really excited to see these characters kind of find their own within this book. The painted edges are pretty much non-existent in this book, but the actual book cover is stunning. So here is the beautiful, beautiful inside cover, which is just so cute and stunning. And I also absolutely love these printed book covers. Like, look how pretty that is. And it says joy creates magic. And then on the back we have the beautiful pumpkins, and it says you are my home, and I love that. And then of course we have the Nightmare Before Christmas. So she's literally combining two of my favorite holidays. I mean, we're talking Halloween and we're talking Christmas. Can you go wrong? Let's just take a moment to also appreciate how adorable these end plates are. Like, okay, so freaking cute. And then of course, as always, we do have the Telltale signature from the author, as well as the beautiful signed note from the author as well. I'm definitely very excited to pick this book up and read it. So before we jump into this book let's see what the book is about, shall we? Nicholas Cole Claus used to love Christmas until his father, the reigning Santa, turned the holiday into a PR facade. Cole will do anything to escape the spectacle, including getting tangled in a drunken, supremely hot makeout session with a beautiful man behind a seedy bar one night. But the heir to Christmas is soon commanded to do his duty. He will marry his best friend, Iris, the Easter princess, and his brother's not-so-secret crush. A situation that has disaster written all over it. Things go from bad to worse when a rival arrives to challenge Cole for the princess's hand, and Cole comes face to face with his mysterious between-the-bar hottie, Hex, the Prince of Halloween. It's a fake competition between two holiday princes who can't keep their hands off each other over a marriage of convenience that no one wants. And it all leads to one of the sweetest, sexiest, messiest, most delightfully unforgettable love stories of the year. I do think it's going to be a funny book for sure. I'm very, very curious to see where the author is going to take this book. I like the fact that you have a little bit of a different representation, which is going to be great. And I do think overall it'll be hilarious to see the competition between the Pumpkin King and the Snow King. So I have a feeling I'm going to be enjoying this one. I will definitely keep you guys posted, and it's definitely going to end up on my bookshelf on my TBR cart for the month of December. And that does bring me to the end of this haul video. If you guys made it this far, thank you for being here. I do appreciate it. It is so nice to finally get my hands on these books, as well as presents that I wanted to give a lot of my loved ones. I love giving a good gift that is a book, because I just think books are such a wonderful, wonderful experience, and they just take you to all different places of the world in both an imaginative and sometimes even literal way. And I absolutely adore book season. These special edition sales are always so great as well. So if you guys did not get a chance to check it out, I believe there will be one coming up again, if I'm not mistaken, probably for the Christmas season as well. So definitely keep your eyes peeled on all the different fun special edition websites if you guys are interested, whether that be Fairy Loot, Illumicrate, Owlcrate, all of these different websites. They oftentimes do have holiday sales, so definitely check those out. But overall, can't complain with the beautiful, beautiful books that I received today. Very much looking forward to reading them. If you guys made it this far and you like good bookish content and you are new here, welcome. My name is Jaya. I love all things books, and I usually put out videos related to bookish content with a little bit of randomness here and there every Wednesday and Sunday. I would love to have you join our community and be a part of our beautiful team here. So definitely consider hitting that subscribe button and that notification bell. For those that are returning, thank you so much for being here. It means the absolute world to me. Like, quite honestly, this channel would not exist without you guys. I love reading the comments. I love having an open conversation about books. I love having a safe space to discuss these wonderful novels and authors, and just the open-mindedness that exists within this community, and how welcoming you all have been to me. So that means the absolute world to me. And I will leave everybody with this. Wherever you are in the world, whether it's morning, evening, or night, I hope you're feeling safe, secure, loved, surrounded by family and friends, and having plenty of time to take care of yourself with self-care and a good book. I will catch you guys on the next video. Bye, guys.